There's a moment in the smartphone industry that happens every few years where some underdog brands puts out a phone that's thoughtfully designed, so packed with ideas that actually work. And I feel like this phone, Nothing 40 Pro, is that phone. I actually bought it a few weeks ago, and I think the pricing is pretty good because for $499 you get 128 gigs. For $599 you get 256 gigs of storage. I bought 128 gigs because I don't take a lot of photos, but if you take a lot of photos, you can go for 256 gigs of storage. For those who are new to my channel, I always say that I wanted to try Nothing phone because their phone looks interesting. And I actually watched a lot of videos from called CEO of Nothing and, how they're making the phones interesting again. Their phones are actually cool. The Glyph matrix in the back and the transparent design. If Nothing is watching by video, please make the blue one available in Canada. I wanted to try the 4A, no, the Pro one. This one is good, but I wanted to try the 4A as well because I like the blue color and the transparent design. So yeah, if you can do that, that'll be great. I actually like the transparent design of these phones, but this one is not transparent anymore. And this Glyph matrix, this is quite interesting. Oh yeah, talking about the Glyph matrix, you can do a lot of stuff with this Glyph matrix. It's not just a light strip, not just a notification blink. It's a secondary display in the back of the phone, so it shows timers, battery, percentage at a glance, and it even pulses in sync with the music. And it's generally one of the most creative hardwares in this smartphone. When I watched the YouTube videos, I was really impressed. It looks so much fun. This kind of stuff, it rarely comes in a phone. So when you have a phone that looks nice and have something unique stuff like that. And I feel like this Glyph matrix, this will be copied by so many Android phones. And I kind of like it. You can customize it like the way you want. I always set it on the timer so I can see the timing if it's flip on the back. But yeah, you can set it up like the way you want. It's so much fun. And there's a recording light in the back, which is really handy. So if you're recording the videos, sometimes we forget it, if it's getting recorded or not. So yeah, it is quite handy. And I actually never seen this before. And if you look at the back, it's not a transparent design because it's a Pro Series. It looks more mature and it feels premium in the hands. And it's 7.9 millimeters thin and it looks premium in hands, so good. But one thing I want to let you know, this phone catches a lot of fingerprints if you're having the black color. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but yeah. I don't know, it's looking clean, but yeah, it catches a lot of fingerprints. I don't know about the pink and the silver color, but the black, yeah, it picks up a lot of fingerprints. It also carries IP65 rating, so it's dust and water resistance. I don't like the color options, pink, silver, and black. I like the black, but they're not great. So yeah, not impressive. But the display, that's impressive. Yes, the display is for front is 6.8 inch with 5000 nits of brightness and 144 hertz of a refresh rate. 5000 nits of brightness, that's more than enough for indoors and outdoors. And I think that's record breaking for phones because the highest I've seen it until now, that's 3000 nits of brightness. That was an iPhone 17 Pro, which is already more than enough for indoors and outdoors. But Nothing 40 Pro got 5000 nits of brightness, so it doesn't matter if you're using this phone in a direct sunlight, you will not have any problem. And the adaptive refresh rate of this phone is actually amazing. It scales from 30 hertz to 144 hertz. For everyday use, it's not going to make any difference because it's still going to work like 120. But for some certain games, you can actually use that. So yeah, you can actually use it. I don't play a lot of games, so yeah, for me, it doesn't matter. But for everyday stuff, it's not gonna make any difference. The experience is pretty clean. The animations are smooth. You will enjoy the experience, sliding up and down. And I'm actually impressed because just with $599, you're getting 144 hertz. And if you're planning to buy like iPhone 17e, that only got 500 nits of brightness and it's $699, $100 even expensive, this looks a better deal If you look at the chip, it got Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 chip, which is like capable of handling like everyday tasks, gaming, AI workloads without breaking a sweat. And it actually comes with 12 gigs of RAM, which gives you plenty of headroom for multitasking. Now, if we talk about iPhone 17e, it actually got A19 chip. The performance on 17e is actually better than Nothing 4A Pro because this phone hanged on me. 17e actually never hanged on me, so that's like it's not a big deal. Like for everyday tasking, for watching content, taking photos, nobody gonna feel the difference. And this phone is actually $100 cheaper than 17e, but if you ask me about the performance, yes, 17 is like 5% better, which is not a lot. Yeah, but if that matters to you, you can go for 17e. And this Nothing operating system 4.1 is built on Android 16. I actually like the whole UI, like the whole customized stuff on this Nothing operating system. When you will start using this phone, you can find everything like really easy. I don't know how they managed it, but yeah, the Nothing operating system in this phone, it's amazing. Like I like it. It's so simple because in these days, most of the phones are like really complicated. So it doesn't matter if you're like in your 50s or 60s, you can easily use this phone. The cameras, you get 3 system cameras on this phone. So 50 megapixel is the main camera, and 50 megapixel is the telephoto lens, and 8 megapixel for ultra wide lens. And you get 3.5x optical zoom and 140x digital ultra zoom. That's very usable if you like to zoom photos, if you like to see what other people are doing. But you can't use those photos. Like I said, it's so many times in my videos, if it's not an optical zoom, you actually can't use those photos in social media because they will be blurry and they will be pixelated. So yeah, I mean, for fun, you can definitely use it. But in the actual world, it's no use. I used the main camera, 50 megapixel. Yeah, I took a lot of photos. They look great, but I won't say they look better like compared to iPhone 17e. If you compare those photos, yes, the 17e's photos, they look appealing. They look so clean and so good. You can use those for social media if you can watch my review for that phone. But this one, I don't know. I'm not sure like I can use these photos for social media because there is something like it does not look detailed and it does not look appealing. So if Nothing want to improve something on their phone, they can definitely improve the camera. I know it's 50 megapixel, but it does not look like 50 megapixel. It just looks okay, like an average phone's photo. It does not look like coming from a flagship phone, if that makes sense. And this video you guys are watching, this is shot with Nothing 4A Pro. Yeah, the video is looking fine, but it's not like detailed. And now let's talk about the color science. We all know like Apple's color science, it's like so good. You don't have to, fix the saturation. You don't have to fix the contrast. You just take the photos, you can put it in the social media, and it just looks good. With any other like Android phones, that's not the case. When I compare the photos of Nothing 4A Pro and 17e side by side, yeah, this one was looking bad, like really bad. So yeah, definitely, if you're looking for a phone for social media, go for 17e. Now let's talk about the battery life a little bit because this phone carries 5080 milliamp hours battery with 50 watts fast charging. So for everyday use, for my use actually, I'm a light user. I don't edit photos or the videos on my phone. So yeah, it stays me full day or sometime more than a day. So it depends. Like battery life is always like subjective, but I think if you're just a light user, you don't edit the videos on your phone, you just like to watch the content. If you watch like a lot of content, then it can stay up to 15 to 20 hours, which is a lot. But again, like the battery life is always subjective. It depends like what kind of stuff you do on the phone. It depends on usability. But for me, it lasts me more than a day. 17e, which Apple claims it lasts all day, and it actually delivers, but the battery life is smaller, and you don't get any fast charging brick in the box. So there's that. But for the battery life, both of the phones are good. Like you can buy any phone. 17E lasts me the whole day, and this one lasts me the whole day. So yeah, again, it depends what's your usage on the phone, but definitely the battery life on this phone, it's an average. Yeah, this phone got some AI features too. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm not a huge fan of AI features, but nothing has something called like essential space. So it's a hub for AI assisted tools, you know, like voice transcription, translation, smart notifications, and more. It's thoughtful, but it's not overwhelming. I like it. They kept it like separate, so it's not a lot of AIs, you know, like Samsung phones. I'm actually gonna keep this one because I like to use it, and I'll give you guys my honest opinion after a few months. Like, how's it going so far? Uh, you know, long-term review if that's something you guys want. So yeah, that was my take on the Thing 4a Pro. If you guys still have any questions, you can leave a comment or you can shoot me a text on the Insta. I'll be more than happy to help you guys. But yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.